Hello everyone, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're taking a look at the exclusive gift with purchase from LEGO Ideas. This is Books Are My Passion gift with purchase that recently came out at the end of 2024. This is set number 40698 containing 285 pieces, marked as an 18 plus set. Looking at the back of the box, talks about the LEGO Ideas process, but also gives you another angle of the set. We're going to do a quick review of it here today, and I'll give you my thoughts on the build process and the set. Let's get started. As we cut open this gift with purchase set, inside you will still find plastic bags, even though they said they're definitely switching the paper bags, but have not. After struggling to get it open a little bit, inside you will find 4 numbered plastic bags, a few extra pieces, and the instruction manual. As we get started with the build, of course, you start with the base of the little diorama. You're using these little black pieces there, and starting with the minifigure, and you put her in her chair. We'll take a closer look at them in just a second. And of course, the main part of the build is actually putting together this bookcase. Then the bookcase uses a lot of 1x2 tiles and plates used in interesting ways to kind of get different depth and texture on the set, but it comes together quite nicely. It is a little repetitive because you do that for a number of shelves on the bookcase, but putting it together was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. Alright, and here is the Books Are My Passion promo, all finished up here. This thing's a little bit smaller than it kind of appears on the box there. You can see I have my classic 2x4 brick just off to the side kind of for scale. The bookshelf itself is only about, 3 of those high. So not super giant or anything. The main part of the build is kind of this little diorama table. I wish it would have had like a printed piece kind of saying like what it is at the bottom, like we've gotten with a number of different types of dioramas. I understand this is a gift with purchase, but still. Up top there, you've got the 2 Harry Potter wand boxes, the little minifigure head with the globe printed on it. Down here, of course, you've got the minifigure. We'll take a closer look at in just a second. That looks like the designer. The fern elements, a little table, and of course the main build is the actual bookshelf. These main builds that were on it can of course be removed easily as they are basically jumpered in spot besides the table there. So you can move those out of the way to get a little bit closer look. You do see there are 2 printed tiles in the set besides the minifigure head with the little letter and the other type of version of a letter. This little ladder is held in there by this little clip, which you, of course, can just kind of move out of the way like that or take it off. Behind there is a little quill. It does have an open stud there and an open stud there to encourage you to add more things onto here if you wanted to. You can see on the bookshelf, it's using like a snot technique for a number of these plates kind of mounted sideways there, as well as like the ingot pieces there, going kind of the other way. It gets a little repetitive as these little sections here are kind of repeated a couple times throughout the build, same with kind of the ones using like those half cylinders, but it gets the job done, and I think there's enough variety on there. It makes a nice texture to it. You can kind of see it a little bit better kind of at an angle. Going around the side, it is tiled off nicely on the floor and the bookshelf using kind of like the reddish brown up there. Has like those fancy pieces up there. On the back, not super pretty because it uses that extra building technique there. I'm not too upset about it. I think it looks pretty good, as you really wouldn't look at it from this angle in most situations. Taking a look at the minifigure, it is pretty standard. Nothing new in this set. Just kind of comes with like the sweater, and it does have the printed piece in there that says Once Upon a Time. There is no reversible face on this minifigure, though. Here's just a closer look at that chair build. I actually enjoyed a lot using, again, those kind of half-cylinder pieces that are fairly new and like the slope in there in order to kind of get a nice little bit of texture to it, but then also get the roundness to the chair that you don't get too often. And then just 2 studs so the minifigure legs don't get stuck in there. Alright, and there it is, all back together again. I love sets like this. I love small sets. They should sell more sets like this. I know this was a gift with purchase, but they need to sell more things like this because I think people will buy it. I know the idea is you put these as gift with purchases so folks will buy something in order to get this, but I still think these would sell, and I think they should do more of these kind of smaller vignettes or dioramas. I think they just would look really good. I think this one, I've seen a number of folks online kind of customize it a little bit more or add on to it, and I think that's just the beauty of these kind of sets, and I really enjoyed putting this one together, and I think it's a very good set. I'm sure I'm going to find a nice place for it on display somewhere in our Lego room. But I think that'll do it for today, so make sure you leave a like on this video on the way out. Comment down below what you believe about this little gift with purchase set. And make sure you do subscribe for even more Lego content coming your way. Until next time, thanks for coming by Old Mountain Bricks today. Have a good one.